What's up, heroes? Welcome to Vision Week. Since we're coming up to the new year, this is the perfect time to really think through what do we want to accomplish next year. Like, if next year was a perfect year, what would we produce? What would the outcome be? Be really clear. Set that intention, define it, and then that's the starting place for putting a plan together. And so this week we're putting your plan together for coming up with your most amazing, awesome year. And it started off yesterday with your vision. What's your big vision? And we came up with some what-if statements. And then today we're going to turn those what-if statements into goals. So today is about defining your big goals. Now, yesterday we came up with a whole host of what-if statements, and I'm just going to show you some of mine. And a what-if statement is just to get you out of this small frame of mind of your current situation and to think bigger. Think in the realms of what if all the shackles were removed and anything was possible? What could I produce next year? What would be an amazing year? And so when you really get into this actually gets kind of fun because it gets you dreaming a little bit. But these are some of the what-if statements that I came up with. What if the Morning Hero grew to 100 active monthly members? What if I had a team of people to help me and support me with all of my billing, social media, content production, copywriting, email marketing, everything that I do right now, where I'm spending 12 hours a day? So what if I didn't have to spend 12 hours a day anymore? What if all I had to do was just come into the office, make a video, and then it set off a wave of events and everything else just took care of itself? What if me and my wife had another child? We had a baby girl next year. Wouldn't that be amazing? What if we were able to buy a home that had a casita so my mom could move in and she could, we basically would have a full-time nanny, like right there on premise. What if I got down to my ideal weight and I was able to sustain it all year long? I have these bouts of up and downs. What if I was actually able to get down and sustain it? What if I had a circle of mentors that were all invested in my success? And what if my wife was able to finally quit her job and then she could come on and work with me and help grow the Morning Hero? These are some wild what-if statements, right? But wow. What if this did happen? Wouldn't this be amazing? So this is the starting point of creating a big vision, is to just dream big a little bit. And so for me, this is big dreaming. And now what I want to do is just take this from the realm of what if and start bringing it down into the realm of possibility. Now we're going to take these dream statements and come up with some actionable goals. And the first step is now we just actually have to condense this. In these what if scenarios, some of these are actual goals, and some of these are just results of the goal happening, or what I call reflections of the goal. And so I'll show you a little bit. This can be a little nuanced. It's not always obvious as to what are the goals and what are just the reflections of the goals. So if you look at these statements, the big one for me is my financial goal, which is to grow the Morning Hero to 100 active members. That would put our business at a place where it's on cruise control. We have enough finances coming in and things are flowing well. That's kind of like the first milestone for our business. So, but then there are a lot of these things that just support that goal. And so if you look at that, some of the other ones, like if I had a team that supported where I can build a team and hire people. And when I hire people, then I don't have to work as long. So now I'm no longer working 12 hours a day. And then when I have a team, all I have to do is one part, film a video, and then they take care of all the rest. So that's number 4. When the Morning Hero is making enough income, my wife and I are able to buy a home with a casita. So that's number 6. Number 9, when we hit that milestone of success, that's when my wife can quit her job because we have enough income coming in to support all of our expenses and our new home with a casita, right? And then she can just kind of help me run and be the COO of Morning Hero. So you'll see the ones with the arrows really all are just reflections of number one manifesting. When number one happens, all of the other ones all just happen. When number one happens, then I can hire a team. Then I'm not working as hard. Then we can buy a home with a casita. Then my wife can quit her job. So really, all of those statements can be combined into just number one, right? All number two, number three, number four, number six, and number nine are all just reflections of number one. So I would argue that some of your goals, your what if statements are really all can be combined into one. Many of them are just reflections of one of those statements happening. So when I do this, go through this one by one, I can really carve out that there are really only three big goals on these what if statements. That's getting the Morning Hero up to 100 active members, me getting down my health and fitness goal, which is getting down up to my ideal weight, and then number 8, which is me investing in my connections and with mentors and colleagues and people that can support me and help accelerate my success. I would say those are the 3 distinct goals out of all of these 9 statements. And so when I condense it, it comes down to 3 goals. Now, some of these aren't measurable yet. And the whole point of a goal is a goal has to be something that you can take score on. It has to be something that either yes or no, you did it, right? Or you can gauge how close you came to it. And the only way you can do that is if it's quantifiable. Now, some people have goals that aren't really quantifiable. Like, I want to have more love in my relationship. I want to be a better person this year. Those aren't really goals because they aren't quantifiable. Quantifiable means it has a number in it. It has to have a number in it. That's the only way we can measure is if it's quantified. So you'll notice 2 of my goals aren't quantified yet. I want to get down to, the first goal is I want to have 100 active members. That's quantifiable. We can say yes or no. Did you hit that? How close did you get? I got to 75. We know exactly where I am and how close I got to the goal because we can measure that. The second one is I want to get down to my ideal weight and sustain it. We'll want to quantify that. What is the ideal weight? Put a number to it. The third one, I want to have a circle of mentors to surround me and invest me and push me forward to my success. That's a great ambition, but as it stands right now, that's not a goal because it's not quantified. What does that mean? What does that look like to have a circle of mentors that push me to my success? I want to come up with how can I measure that? And so a great way that I'm going to measure that is by how often I'm meeting with my mentors. And so I'm going to change now each of those goal statements to quantified statements. So the first one is have 100 active members of Morning Hero. The second one is get down to 195 pounds. That's the quantified number. That's where I can measure my health and fitness. And then the fourth one, I'll have 4 mentor meetings per month. So I took it from I just want to have a circle of mentors to push me to my success to how can I quantify that? I will have 4 meetings per month. Now these are goals that I can measure and I can hold myself accountable to hitting these metrics. Now you'll also notice another thing. I changed them from I changed the wording of the statements to affirmations. Affirmations is when you affirm that you will do something. You are doing something. It's a definitive statement of you moving towards the goal. That's called an affirmation. And so a great way to form your goals is to turn them into affirmation statements by simply saying, I will. I will blank. What will you do? I will grow the Morning Hero to 100 active monthly members. I will get down to 195 pounds and sustain it. I will have 4 mentor meetings per month. Now, those are great goals. And the way you work, when you word them that way, because what we're going to eventually do is going to write these goals every day. And as you write that goal every day, it's just going to fill you up and fuel you and motivate you, more importantly, to stay hungry and aggressive to hitting that goal and hitting that metric. So this is the starting point. You start with your vision, and we're going to come down, and we're going somewhere with this. We're going to actually now turn this into a plan next. So your homework right now is to turn your what if statements into measurable goal statements. Come up with your three. Now, you don't have to have three. I have three in this statement, but I wouldn't go more than three. Come up with at most three. You can have one if you just have one big goal you want to work on this year. But three at most, because you don't want to overload yourself. So at most, three measurable goal statements. That's your homework assignment. All right, heroes. I'll see you in the next video.